Hey everybody, I'm Blitz. Welcome to another channel update video. Today I've got a game showcase, personal news, current schedule, upcoming games, and channel insight that I'm going to talk about, and hopefully have some fun doing it. So this is the February update in the beginning of March, or the March update talking about February. I don't really know how to talk about that. Which one is it? Is it the February? It's not the February update because that's beginning of the... I don't know. Anyway, channel update about February. What happened in there. So today's game is Overland. It is a successor to Descent. It's a cockpit-based 6 Degree of Freedom game where you destroy robots, rescue hostages, blow up the reactor, and escape before the whole thing explodes. The build I am playing is a very early tech demo build, as the game is currently on Kickstarter. It will be released sometime next spring, as soon as it gets developed full enough. I mean, it is what it is. Kickstarter games are always kind of a hit or miss. You never know what you're really going to get. But the developers for this one are actually the original developers for Descent, or there's members of the same dev team on it. So that's the reason I picked it, is because it has a pedigree. It has like real developers, not just some kid thinking they can license a Jurassic Park game for $2,500 or something weird like that. Anyway, definitely check it out if you are interested in it. So, this month I'd like to thank Hiptran, Logan, Brooker, Michael, Autodave, Andrew, and Mark, as well as the 49 other patrons that are signed up on my Patreon site. We did get 5 new patrons last month, which is really awesome, and I really do appreciate it. And if you'd like to back, you are more than welcome to. The link is down below in the video description. Obviously, it's not necessary at all, as the content will always be free on my channel. I'm not going to lock it behind a paywall, so only certain people can see it or anything. It's just going to be open to everyone, but if you did want to help, go ahead and check it out. So I've got some pretty exciting news here, too. I've finally set up a post office box for you guys to send me junk. That's glitter bombs and gummy bears and whatever you want to. Down below in the video description has the post office box number, as well as the zip code. So you can address things to Blitz or Blitz Kriegsler at P.O. Box 94251 in North Little Rock, Arkansas 72190. So now you guys know which state I live in and a general area of where I live. So, I'm not Canadian. Surprise. So many people say that, and I don't know why. And the next thing is channel art. So, I've got, we're going to be redoing the channel art relatively soon. I don't know if you guys knew, but I'm signed with a network, a multi-channel network, and they contracted an artist, their personal artist, to do rebranding of my channel, which is something I've been kind of thinking of doing for a while. Kind of make it a little more less war related and more fun related, if that makes sense. It feels like we just did one, but it's been like 6 or 8 months already. And I did want to get rid of the Kriegsler part of the channel art, like the banner thing on the main page, and just do Blitz. I've got a couple ideas floating around, and the artist is working on them. Now, what's basically been happening is every day I'm getting at least one Hitler comment or Nazi comment about the Lightning War, and I kind of want to get away from that. And some developers don't really like that too much either. I guess I didn't think of that when I created the channel a few years back. So, whatever. The links will stay the same, but we'll probably have a new banner. I'm not sure about the logo yet. I haven't decided on that. It'll probably be relatively the same, but just refreshed a little bit to go with the main channel art. So, I'll let you guys know. We'll probably have that unveiling next month about this time. And then, to go along with that, we're going to be doing a spread shirt, which is the like t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that. I'm currently setting up a store to do that on my spare time, which has not been very spare lately. Everything's been really crazy. But I'll do an update about merchandise. I've had a lot of people ask on when they can buy shirts and stuff like that, and I'll have a link when that is ready to go. But it is working on it. I'm working on it. These are things I've been trying to do for months, and finally getting around to doing it. Okay, so let's get into some personal news. So, my wife and I bought patio furniture. We bought it last night, and it didn't fit in the back of our vehicle, so I had to make, I did 2 trips? Yeah, I did 2 trips, and we had to take it out of the box, take the boxes, or the chairs out of the box, and then set them in the back of our SUV. And took them apart and we sat in them and we relaxed on our back deck for like a couple hours today, which is the first time that we've ever done that. We've lived in this house for 8 years now, and it is the first time that we've actually had deck furniture to sit outside and to rest and relax on it. We found it on a 30% sale, so everything was 30% off, so that's why we bought it, and it looks nice, so I'm excited for it. It's nice just to sit outside and relax on nice warm nights and just sit back. So we finally are able to do that. And then my baby boy, Mini Blitz, he's going to turn next week 15 months old, and he's had a kind of a rough month. The poor little fuzzball, he has had a clogged tear duct, like it drained from the eye to the nose and the throat. That's been clogged since he was born, and we've tried everything, the massaging and the warm towels, and tried everything to unclog it, and it just would not go. So we took it to the doctor, and they unclogged it, but in order to do that, they had to put him under on anesthesia. So they knocked him out, and then they put a little wire into I didn't know this was a thing, but they put a wire down into his tear duct, and then it came out his nose, and they cleared it. That's the way it seemed to me. That's kind of how they described it. I didn't watch, obviously, but what do they call it? Punctal stenosis, I think, is what it's called. But they said they felt it come out really easily, and it unclogged, and it's working. His little eye is working, and it's wonderful. It's not full of nasty green goop every time he wakes up, and his eyelashes are stuck shut. So he's finally got eyeballs that function properly. But the next day after his surgery, he had 103.5 fever, which in Celsius is 39.7. So his fever was really, really high. We took him back to the ER. They thought he had something called atelectasis, which is when you go under on surgery, when you go to sleep on surgery, like your lungs don't fill up all the way sometimes, and they thought his lungs were partially collapsed from waking up. So they gave him the x-rays, and by the time they had the x-rays developed, the little fuzzball was running all around the doctor's office just like nothing had happened. And we went home at like 11 o'clock at night. He didn't have a fever, and it was like totally normal. So I think it was like a virus, some sort of nasty virus that coincided with the surgery. But then the next day he woke up and he had 101.5 fever again, and he started teething. So the little guy, he goes from like surgery to 103.5 fever to being totally fine again to having another 101 degree fever. And then he popped a tooth through. He was all mad at that. Finally got the tooth popped through, and then he gets hand, foot, and mouth disease, which is like little blisters all over his hands and feet and face and inside his mouth. So it's just been like a roller coaster ride for the little guy. Finally, everything is cleared up. I'm hoping, like, fingers are crossed now that nothing bad happens. And he's sleeping through the night for the first time, in a row. Consistently. There we go. Consistently, he's sleeping through the night. He's taking good naps in the day. So that's why the last couple of weeks has been kind of low on, like, the scrap mechanic videos, is because it's just been one thing after another. It's been really difficult to keep things rolling on the YouTube side with so much personal stuff going on with the little guy. But yeah, that's kind of the personal news, what's going on. It's been busy. Spring's coming around, really enjoying it. And I like this time of year, before the allergies hit. Allergies are bad. I don't like those. So in February, we got around 40,000 new subscribers, and I want to welcome you guys to the channel. A lot of it's from Slime Rancher, a lot from Scrap Mechanic, quite a few from Firewatch, and then some of these other other games like Souls Project and Portal Knights and Stardew Valley. We're getting quite a few people coming in from there too. We had a total of 8 million total views, which is by far the highest that we've had ever on the channel. So that's really cool. And 2,300 dislikes. that's the grand total. I think what was the likes? The likes were significantly higher than that. It's kind of the way you look at it. Like, I mean, you're always going to get the person who clicks the dislike button and then laughs about it, saying, LOL, first dislike. So it was like 78,000 likes compared to the 2,300 dislikes. and there's like 11,000 comments, something like that. So keeping up with you guys, talking with you guys has been a little more difficult, but I'm still trying my hardest to read all of the most recent comments. My current series that we're doing is Scrap Mechanics, Stardew Valley, Portal Knights, and that's really it right now. We've got some more things coming up. Slime Rancher, there's literally nothing left for me to do in the game. Like, there's nothing left for me to do. I can't do anything else. If I did, I'd just be replaying the same stuff over again, and that's kind of boring. And I did ask the developers about using mods, and they're not really for it. They would rather you just play the game how they intend it to play, which is kind of weird, but in the age of modded games being super awesome, they're kind of against it. So I've just decided not to do it and stay on their good side, as I respect their games. It's kind of a tough call because I'd like to do the mods, but if they don't want me to, then I'm not going to do it. And then we have the monthly Steam key giveaway. I want feedback on that. So I get a lot of extra keys every month, and I've been wanting to give them back to you guys as part of it. I did one last month. It went really well as I thought it would anyway. And doing another one, I started it up, yesterday as you're watching this. And it's going pretty good so far too. So just a good way for me to get rid of some of my extra keys and give them back to you guys as part of the community, which I really like that I can do that. And I've actually asked some of the developers for additional keys now so I can give them to you guys. So that's where those came from. That's all I really have. I don't have any extras. So requesting like a Stardew Valley key won't do anything because I literally don't have it, and I'm not in the business of buying Steam keys for other people, because if I start that precedent, then it's going to go downhill really fast with everyone begging for them. So just giving away the extra ones that I have as the best I can. And I think that Gleam website works out okay. I'm not it works pretty well, but it's kind of confusing too for a newbie on it. And then I want to start doing a monthly unboxing series. We've done a few in the past. What did we do? We did the microphone, and we did the 100,000 subscriber plaque back just a few months ago, really, and a few others. So I've had some people reach out to me, some game developers actually, and they're wanting to send me some stuff. I think some of it will be sponsored, some of it will be things that I pick up on my own. I'm not sure how it'll go yet, but I really do want to start getting into that. And I'm starting to set up a studio to have more professional looking unboxing sort of things. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be doing some stuff with that. And I'm thinking that I'll coincide unboxing videos, if it's like t-shirts or something, coincide those with giveaways for you guys. So if someone wants to send t-shirts to me to unbox, then I'll get t-shirts for you guys as a giveaway too. I think to give out, I think that would work out all right. So let me know what you think about those. Obviously, I'm not going to do it over the top. It'd just be like 1, maybe 2 videos a month. I don't want to oversaturate that. I just want to keep playing games and then add in some extra fun stuff once in a while. So let's talk about some future games and future stuff that we've got going on. So Portal Knights is kind of waning. Did I talk about what I've got? Yeah, Scrap Mechanic, Stardew Valley. Okay, Scrap Mechanic, I'm going to try for 3 videos a week. They take a long time to do, but they're still fun. So I'm going to keep doing those, and you guys seem to like them a lot. Then we have Stardew Valley, which the views aren't doing great, but I'm really enjoying the game. So I just want to keep playing it. Probably play it for a year in game time, which would be, 28 days a month. That'd be about 56 total episodes. And that would take us, I guess, through this month and into April, probably. Yeah, somewhere around there. And then Portal Knights, I'm kind of getting sick of the grinding and repetitive nature of the game. Like, the next tier is titanium, and it takes 40 titanium ore to make 1 titanium ingot, which is like in 30 to 40 minutes of grinding just to get 1, just to level up. And that doesn't seem like fun to me. So I kind of want to replace that with another game sometime soon. And I found a game called Human Fall Flat, which is kind of a puzzly game. There's like 3 or 4 episodes maybe of content there, as it's still early in development. I think it just passed Steam Greenlight, so it should be coming to Steam pretty soon. And then we have Trackmania, which is like the driving around on cars sort of thing. I really enjoy the driving games, but I'm bad at them, and Trackmania is kind of fun, so I may pick that one up. I'm not sure yet. We have a game called Adrift, which is a space survival game, kind of like Subnautica on a space station, the way it looks to me right now. So we could play that one. That's towards the end of the month. The Descendant is another game coming up. It's a story-based adventure game, and think of maybe a little bit of the Telltale games, like The Walking Dead, or some other stuff like that. I'm not quite positive. They haven't really shown any gameplay yet. That one may be sponsored. It may not. I'm not positive on that. Haven't got a clarification. If it is or isn't, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to play the game anyway. That's kind of the way I roll with sponsorships. If the game's on my list and I'm going to play it, then I'll play it and I can get it sponsored. If they don't pay me, I'll just play the game anyway because I want to. I'm not going to sell out to play a bunch of games that I don't want to play. And then we have a couple other games I talked about last month, which are Astroneer and Halcyon 6. And Halcyon 6 was moved to April. Astroneer was delayed until midsummer because they got more funding and didn't really need to do really early access. So I was really hoping on those games. I was hoping to play, and they just didn't work out right. So hopefully we can pick up those sometime in the future. Oh, and then I know since some of you are going to ask, yes, I'm going to play No Man's Sky, and I haven't been able to get in contact with anyone, so I'll probably buy that one on my own and play it. I'm not sure if I'll do it on Steam or PS4. Haven't decided totally yet. Maybe the Steam build. It seems like fun. Alright, so that's kind of like everything that's been going on recently in the scheduling stuff. And the next one is the channel insight and kind of like what it's like to run the channel behind the scenes stuff. So we talked about all these future games and the current series that we have, and some of the other things regarding that. Last month in February, I had around 80 games. That's 80 Steam codes, Xbox One codes, PS4 codes, and all sorts of stuff like that. I had about 80 games sent to me, including 5 AAA titles. It was like the Hitman and Far Cry Primal and, I don't even remember, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. And there is a lot of them, and I just decided not to play them. I even had 4 paid sponsorships that I declined. There was 4 different games that contacted me wanting to pay me to play them, and I didn't want to. There was some serious money that they were asking or requesting me to play the game with, and you know what? I'm not gonna play a game just because they wave some dollar bills in front of my face. That's not what I want to do at all. I'm gonna play the games that I want to play. So of those 80 games, there were maybe about half of them that were even playable. Some of them were really bad. Like one of the Steam reviews for one said, "I got this game for free, and it was still not worth my time redeeming the key." That's pretty harsh. Some of the games, it's basically like people that don't know how to make a game will just buy Unity assets and then throw it into a game or throw it into a Unity screen and call it a game, and then find a third-rate publisher to publish the game so they get instantly on Steam, and then they'll set a price for like $2 and hope somebody will buy it just for the sake of buying it. There's a whole different discussion about Steam letting games in that shouldn't be in and all sorts of stuff like that, but that's for a totally different day, and probably for people that are a lot better versed in the PR aspect than I am. So what I do is I'll go through those games and I'll find the ones I actually want to play. And there's a fine line between playing a game for my enjoyment and playing a game to grow the channel. So like Stardew Valley, we talked about that earlier. It's a game that's not getting great views, but I'm really enjoying the game. So it's a game that I want to keep playing. But if you get a game like, say, Far Cry Primal, I was offered a key for Far Cry Primal this month. Well, if I were to play it, sure, I might maybe enjoy it. Probably not so much, but you would assume that it'd be great for growing a channel. Well, there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos released every day. So a channel like mine can't compete with a Jack Frags or a Jacksepticeye or a PewDiePie. We just can't. We're tiny. We're minuscule in size to those guys. So playing a game like even Minecraft, playing a game for that has absolutely no benefit to me, except if I were to enjoy the game. So if I find a game that I enjoy, I'll play it. If I find a game that'll help the channel grow and I enjoy, I'll be happy to play it, like Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher was a fun game. It's short, there's not much content to it, but I enjoyed playing it. And same with Scrap Mechanic. It's a fun game. It's not huge. There's still a lot of channels that play it, but it's a fun game, so I'm going to keep playing it. And there's actually a very interesting comment that we got on the giveaway video yesterday that said, let me see if I can find it here. Oh, here it is. I have nothing against big famous YouTubers, but some of the... Let's start over. I have nothing against big famous YouTubers. Some of them are my faves, but you're one of my faves as well. And the big ones are starting to do the games that you were or are doing, like Slime Ranchers, Unravel, and now Stardew Valley, to name a few. And I'm not sure how to feel about that. That's a very interesting point. So basically what happens is I actually have a lot of big channels that are subscribed to me, and I know I've subscribed to a lot of the other guys that I'm in the circles with, and they actually watch us. Some of the big channels watch us to get an idea of what we're playing, or they don't watch the videos, they just see what we're playing and how people are liking them. And they use us as a research tool to play games for themselves. Some of them find them on their own, which is awesome. But if we can get on, if a channel like mine can get on early to a game, like Slime Rancher, play it early, then YouTube will reward the earlier videos and promote them on other people's videos through suggested videos on the side, the little sidebar videos. Those are called suggested videos. So there's kind of the balance point of playing a game you like, playing it early, and then playing it often to get YouTube to rank it higher. And then if one of the big channels play it, then my videos will be suggested on one of theirs, and then you guys come from one of those videos and watch mine. So it's kind of a weird cycle of how everything works together. It's harder. I get a lot of people asking, how do I grow my channel as a small channel? And it's very difficult. Basically, you have to find games that you're going to rank high on, and you can't think big right away. Basically, you'll play a game, like a tiny game. There's one that came out this last week, Black Sea Odyssey, I think it was. Looks like a really fun game. I couldn't fit it into my schedule, but pretty much there weren't many channels that played it. So playing a game like that, maybe there's 25 people out there looking for it, or 250 people looking for it. Well, if they come to your video and watch your video, then maybe 5 or 10 of those will subscribe, and they'll go to your next series. Hopefully the object is to build a community around you as the commenter, and not necessarily around the games that you play, which is another whole discussion that's very difficult to do, really. So I guess that's kind of a whole big aspect of picking the games that I want to play, and then picking the games that will help the channel grow. Basically, it's just having fun in the games that I play, and then having in the back of the mind to keep the games that are going to help the channel grow out too. Sometimes that means that you just stop playing a game halfway through, like Crashlands. I enjoyed it, and then it just got to be a real drag, and then stop playing it and pick something else fun. That's basically it. I'm just here to share with you guys the fun that I have, and I think a lot of you understand that. If it does mean that we don't have any more content in Slime Rancher to play, then that's totally fine. We just move on to something else, and hopefully we can find something else. Hopefully I can find something else that you guys as viewers are going to enjoy too. So I guess I've got about 4 minutes left of this Overland video. What I'll probably do is just kind of cut out 4 minutes of it and show you guys how you blow up at the end, because I died. Other than that, I really do appreciate all the support you guys have given me. It's been awesome. I've been loving sharing the videos with you guys recently. You're doing a great job, and it's an honor to really have an audience like you guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and keep your stick on the ice. We'll catch you next time.